Sundown in the Paris of the prairie, we kings of all treasures buried.
Hello, welcome, come on in.
Breezy, pushing around the weather.
So when I think of one thing that is unique to Canada and Canadian culture, it's the Canadian love for hockey. So I brought this jersey with me because I'm a Calgary Flames fan, and I wear this almost every time I watch a Calgary Flames game, and even being 5 hours time difference, I still stay up and watch a lot of the games, even if it keeps me up till 4 in the morning sometimes. But that love for hockey is something that is unique to Canada, and it's kind of a weird sense of pride for a lot of Canadians as being a hockey nation and one of the best in the world at it. My parents are Canadian, my grandparents are Canadian from both sides, so I've always thought of myself as being very Canadian compared to a lot of my friends who have even parents and grandparents that are from other places around the world. But since I've been here, learning more about how connected Canadian history and British history are, I've maybe started to think about my roots more. So my roots being mostly British. I guess some of the first things that I noticed coming here was like just the similarities in what meals like are served. So typical dinner for me would be like meat and potatoes, a lot of like meat pies, fish and chips. It's all this kind of stuff that my parents, especially my dad, would make for us at home. Like my love for tea, and then you talk to other Canadians who come from different cultural backgrounds who do not drink as much tea as I do. Canada, I think about as being a country founded on settler colonialism with mostly British influence. Obviously there's the French Canadian part to that too, but Canada today I think is widely British influenced. And at different points in history, there's different influxes of immigration throughout. So there's a time period when like a lot of Irish people came over, a lot of different Italian people came over, different people from China and other Asian countries helped build the railway. So different parts in Canada's history, there's been different influxes of immigration, but still being founded on British and French settler colonialism. And with my background being British, I have to think of myself. I've only started doing that more recently since I've been studying here and just learning more about the colonialist history, especially in North America, about myself as a settler, that families benefited from that British dominance within Canada.
We kings of all treasures buried. Oh, you
I
hate.
guess I came here to study psychosocial studies at Birkbeck, and the process of figuring out what I was going to write my dissertation on was kind of a lot of thinking, and then I was given some advice to maybe think about something close to home. What I'm doing my dissertation on is about just the current Canadian government's relationship with settler colonialism. I think it's kind of funny, not funny, but like how I've had to come across the ocean to learn about the colonialism happening in where I'm from. Living away from Canada has made me think about it a bit differently, and we're not like the progressive nation that is often thought about how there is that deep-rooted history of colonialism that is still present day just by the fact that the Canadian state is just constantly been full of British Canadian and French Canadian elites throughout its history.
Walls are lined all yellow, gray, and sinister, hung with pictures of a parent's prime minister.